The princess. And Delita?
So here you are. They've been searching high and low for you. I do hope this day finds your Royal Highness in better spirits than those past.
Do not mock me. Please. I could not bear it.
That was cruel of me. I am sorry.
What do you mean to do with me? I am not Ovelia. There can be no value in holding me. No value even in my living.
You're right. You are not the Princess Ovelia. We do not even know your rightful name. Whether even you be highborn or low.
I had often wondered. Of the royal family, why must I alone be confined to a remote monastery, so far removed from the seat of our crown? Even this I thought a burden light enough, if it meant the kingdom would know peace. I played my part, yet still Evilise runs red with blood. All this suffering and solitude. For what?
I couldn't even tell you.
It has been the same for me. I was given the wardrobe of a nobleman, and so I played the part. A puppet ever dancing for the amusement of patrons unseen. This wretched world does not reward endeavor. It is the patron and his troupe who are receipt. Maggots grown fat on endeavor's course. Most men but play the part they're given. Most live and die not knowing they play a part at all. But I am past all that now. I am their unwitting puppet. No more. No more. I will exact from them the price of their gluttonous feast.
And just what is it you plan to do to them?
I will burn down this kingdom, and from its ashes build for you a new one, a kingdom worthy of you. I will show you a world where your light will outshine the sun, a world that will know no darkness.
Bold promise, Delita.
And you will have no more need of tears.
Such a world. Is it possible?
I will not fail you in this. On Titra's soul, I swear it to you.
You're still fighting for her.
Dry your tears.
Do you believe what Delita is saying? I believe that yes, the North and the Southern Sky are very corrupt in what they're trying to do for what they believe is the betterment of a country, but they neglect the common folk. The church plans to use the fears of the common folk to get themselves into power, and thus it would not be well for their doing either. It's hard for me to not sympathize with what Delita is planning. It's also hard not to sympathize with what Ovelia is struggling to do. Because Ovelia, as of right now, it's not going well. Like, if you were to ask me who I would want to side with during these trying times, yes, it is the common folk. I'm a common folk. You're a common shadow. We're all in this little world right now, struggling to make ends meet, or we're at the mercy of those in higher powers that are trying to essentially just, like, get rid of us. Or at the very least, if not get rid of us, make our lives as much of a living hell as possible, whether knowingly or unknowingly. And it doesn't matter which. Well, what now? Now? Now it's just a matter of grinding, but something tells me heading towards the, heading towards Zaklaus for a grinding session wouldn't be that bad. And it's a cutscene? Whoa, those are big dudes.
You'll never be able to outrun them. If it's dinner you're after, I'll feed you a length of iron. Have it your way then.
Interesting outfit. Whoa.
Let's see how you swallow this.
That's not gonna do anything, dude. His weapon broke. Great. Behemoths level 18, 17, and 16. With a level 15 Behemoth King, a level 16 Behemoth King, and a level 23 Dark Behemoth. How much are... Level 25? We could probably get something going. Quack! A game hunter? Why are you charging right towards him? Fair enough. And poached. Okay. Okay. My mage is gonna be fine. Ow. Let's go, Kath. Let's go counter tackle. For 3 damage. GG's. Thanks. I owe you one. If you hadn't come along, I'd be making the rounds through that thing's innards. The name's Lusso. I'm a game hunter, if you'll believe it. And you? I'm Ramza. Are you not rather young to be a hunter? Well, times are tough. It's a good life, though, all in all. Sure, I run into a little trouble every now and again, but so far so good. You travel alone. I didn't used to. I sort of got separated from my friends. I've been searching for them as I travel, but no such luck. I don't suppose I could travel with you for a while. I mean, it's fine if you don't want me along. By all means. Great, then it's set. Is that a journal? A travelogue of sorts. I keep a record of everything that happens on my journeys. Planning to become a writer someday? Something like that. Shall we be on our way, then? The desert sun is roasting me. I'd hate to escape the dinner plate only to end up back on it as jerky. No, that would not do, would it? Let us be on our way. And with that, Lusso, the game hunter, with holy fuck. Huh. I got 2 chemists. Pursued even yet? When were we fled so far? Have the gods no mercy? A deserter from the southern sky? Is that a scouting party from the Order of the Southern Sky? We're through fighting. You will not force us to return. We're going home. Better to live in the streets than to die in them. We've had our fill of blood and death. We do not pursue you. Pray heed my words. It is not our wish to fight. Aye, that much I believe. Better to strike us down cleanly when our backs are turned. Do not think us so green as to fall for your tricks. We've seen our share of those as well. That man. Does he not have the look of one on the handbill? What of it? It's him, the heretic! I'm certain of it! If we returned with him, might they not pardon our desertion? You'd return to camp. Consider it. The capture of a heretic is near as grand a feat as the capture of an enemy commander. If we delivered them his head, do you not think they would reward us? With leave to return home? The man who captured that general were dismissed honorably. And if we are to return to our homes, let us do so with our heads held high. Were we to return now, it would be a life of skulking in the shadows. You speak true. Let us return with him. Or at least with his head. It's not long for those shoulders anyway. He is a heretic after all. Come! Let this be our final battle. Our freedom is bought with this godless man's blood. We wanted to let you pass. We wanted to let you pass. Place it. Place it. Yes. Okay, we'll take that. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Killed him. Naughty wackus bonkus. Whee! Right here. Going down. And no auto potion. I'll take that. Ah, that burns. Thanks for the wake-up call. Alright, alright, alright. Just easy peasy. You had a chance to leave. You had a chance to leave. I understand the need to hold one's own life dear, but to hold it so above all others. Father, what would you have done? Is that? We meet again. I see the Black Lion sits upon your crest. You are of the Order of the Southern Sky, then? I am. And it would seem we have you to thank for dealing with our deserters. I must admit, I never thought I'd see the day a Beowulf lent his aid to our order. The fight was not of my choosing. I know. You did not wish to shed blood, but it cannot always be avoided. We're no different. Do you think we hunt these men down out of enmity? Craven they may be, but they've not wronged us. You knew who I was all along, didn't you? I did. I'd seen your name and face upon a bill. Inexpiable heresy, was it not? My mind reels at the thought of what you must have done. Have you a mind to turn me in? Why would I do that? Our orders are to capture deserters. They say nothing of heretics already hunted mercilessly by their own. If I were one of those, I think I'd get moving before the lions at my heels thought to feast upon me as well. Why do you still fight? So long as your brothers point their swords at our throats, we must. So if the white lion lowered his claws, the black would follow suit? No, I do not think it like he would. Then could you deliver a message to Count Orlando if you should chance to meet him? There are men behind the curtain who goad the dukes for their own gain. We are all but puppets, dancing as they pull our strings. It is those men we ought to be fighting. I could deliver the message, but why to the Count? My father once told me that Count Orlando was the only man he could ever truly call friend. I am the Count's adopted son. I will tell him what you've told me. Then you believe me. I do not know the reason these men seek the Zodiac Stones. It is for the benefit of the people. I see no reason to raise protest. But if they seek to use the legend for their own gain, I can assure you my stepfather will not sit idly by. It was not for quiet compliance he was given the name of Thunder God. You know of the High Confessor's plot? Of it, yes. But we have no hard evidence. Our spies are working tirelessly, but I suspect you know more than they. If you did have evidence of the plot, then would you then be willing to lay down your swords? Such evidence exists? The scriptures. No, it matters not. I simply wish to know. Whether or not it would mean the end of this conflict, I cannot say. But my father, for one, would surely sheathe his blade. Lord Orin, we must press onwards. Very well, let us resume our march. Farewell, Ramza. See that you keep your head above your shoulders, yeah? Never think yourself without allies. You do have friends. Friends who would gladly lay down their lives fighting beside you. And I count myself among them. Thank you, Orin.